Hi campers, we are wrapping up our week on digital photography, and so I want to talk about the next unit, which is 2D graphic design, and for us that means Photoshop. So we're going to be working with Photoshop in weeks 3, 4, and 5, so we're going to spend 3 weeks on Photoshop. All right, let's talk about what we're going to do here. We've got a before and after each class each week. So week 3, we're going to talk about Photoshop. You're going to learn how it works, how to navigate it, how the controls work, all of those kinds of things. You're going to have a chat log about that, and then we're going to talk about expectations for our first assignment. And your first assignment is a basic image correction. I'm going to give you a broken image. You're going to fix it. Okay? So at this point, just like in the digital photography unit, I'm not expecting you to actually submit the corrected images. I just want to hear what you think you're going to run into when you do that. Okay? After week 3 class, I have some sample images. You can use those. You can also use your own images if you would like. And then you're going to submit them for grading. Okay? We will be commenting on each other's images. We'll be giving constructive feedback to each other. Okay? So that's the first week. Second week, now we're going to learn about creating original files in Photoshop and doing original projects. And what do you want to do for your original project? Well, I would prefer that you did something that has to do with your final projects, either your final garment project or your research project, one or the other. So you could do a garment tag or a hang tag or maybe a design that you, for an iron-on or an embroidery design that you're going to use in your final garment. Maybe you're going to do a repeating textile design. And I do have some resources that you can have embroidery patches, that you can have iron-ons made, and that you can have textiles printed. So you can order, 5 yards of fabric in the design that you eventually create. If you can't think of anything else, you can do a mood board for your design and style of the garment that you eventually intend to do in clo. You're going to have a little bit of a chat log about that. We'll talk about our expectations for those Photoshop projects, but you're going to do 2 projects, and they have to be different. So you could do a logo, that could be one of your projects, but a business card using that logo isn't different enough for your second project. You have to do something that actively uses a different graphic design skill. Okay? So we're going to do 2 projects. You're going to talk about those expectations for those projects. All right. After the week 4 class, you're going to submit your assignments, your Photoshop projects, for feedback. Okay? So you're going to submit them for feedback, and then you're going to spend some time critiquing each other's work. And it's important that you do that in a timely fashion so that we have time before week 5 class. You don't have any additional reading. You're going to be perfecting, modifying, upgrading, improving your Photoshop projects. Okay? I will, at the end of week 4, give you some indication of what grade they would have if you submitted them as is, and some ideas for improvements, as well as you'll have some ideas for improvements among your classmates. So you'll spend week 5 making those improvements, and at the end of week 5 class, you will be submitting your finished Photoshop projects, both of them, for grading. Okay? So that's the Photoshop unit. I know it seems like there's a lot to it. Remember, there's 3 weeks that we've got going through this, and you can make all kinds of fun things. I've seen weird, I've seen wonderful. They both get good grades. All right? Have fun.